Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Aaron's Book Club. I'm just getting ready for work, and I have a late start today, so I have time to do a quick little book review. The book review I have to do today is Absolute Fear by Lisa Jackson, and it says it's a Rick Bentz and Ruben Montoya novel. Now, this is my first experience with Lisa Jackson. I think I got this book in a book exchange. Not something that I would just see in a shelf and pick up. I really like the cover. But I have mixed feelings about this book. The story is really, really good. The concept is really, really good. The ending, now, again, this is not going to be spoiler free, so if you want to read the book and come back and watch this if you want. But anyway, the entire story is based on a sane asylum and patients in the sane asylum and a patient who is deranged enough to start doing killing because he feels as though God has told him so. But the big twist at the end is God is a detective in the force that has left speakers in his bed telling him what to do. So the killer is an insane man who's following the instructions of a detective in the force. The thing with that is there wasn't really that many hints. Like the twist, I enjoy a twist in a book when you have subtle hints. And the only subtle hints we had that this guy was the bad guy was that he was sexy, arrogant, and a kind of an arsehole. That really doesn't lean towards him being a bad guy, because there was two others that were the same deal and they also weren't bad guys. And that, while we're talking about that, this is supposed to be a woman who wrote this book, and the women in this book are so shallow, have no depth of character at all, and either play the victim or are labeled as basically redcoats, because the ones that survive and that do well all have tight little asses, are really sexy, and drive their men crazy because all they want to do is lay down their backs and have sex. The ones that are either victims or not worth their while, they're either nuns if they survive, and nuns in habits, or they are not very good looking. The one victim is a smoker and not very good looking, and then therefore dies. You know which ones are going to die based on how they're described in the book, which really pissed me off because I thought we were better than that. And what in the world is so important about hearing how one of the detective's leather jackets, squeaks all the time? Like that doesn't add to the story. There's no atmosphere added. It's just an annoying off track that takes you away from the story. Now, it's a well-written book. The author writes well. It's just the story is incredibly shallow. It's like it was written by a teenage boy who's had his first experience with a woman. I don't understand the sexualization of all of the characters. It makes no sense. And then in the end, all of the characters are paired off except for the one that's underage and in a coma. The promise was there. The book kind of let me down in the end. But maybe it's because it's not a genre that I enjoy as much, and maybe it's because it's in the middle, I think, of a series. If you guys think that sounds interesting to you, by all means read it, but it's not a good book for me. Anyway, I will let you know when I have another book read, and I will get back to getting ready for work. Thanks, guys.